Hello. Today I'm talking about reasons your business might be broken or how it might be broken and ways to fix it. So there's 5 key things that I would say that will tell you whether your business is broken or not. I'm going to go through them and then I'm going to go through how you can fix each one as well. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so sign number 1 is it's like you're the Google of the business. So nothing gets done without asking you first. So that is the 2 o'clock question, where you're sat trying to do some actual client work and someone pops up and asks a question and they can't move forward without you answering that question. And that'll be whether you're on holiday or you're sat in the office with them. So that, number 1, is a good sign that an element of your business is broken. So if you're the only person that knows where all the files are, the only person that knows how to send an invoice, what the passwords are, then something's broken and something needs fixing. Because getting interrupted when you're doing actual work for clients, it can take you over 20 minutes to get back into that kind of work mode. So it's important that you don't get constantly interrupted in order to get the work done and be more efficient, because otherwise you're just making that work last longer, which means you're getting paid less hourly, and the quality is not as good. So you need to fix it. And basically the clue for that is, if you need to answer the question twice, then you need to create an SOP, or a standard operating procedure, so that it's written down and it can be somewhere that everybody can find it. And the nice thing about SOPs is ChatGPT can write them for you. So you can instruct ChatGPT, you can tell them what you want, then tell it what you want, and then it will write everything down for you. It will break it down so that it's in an easy, simple way, so that your staff can work from that SOP, which is amazing. So yeah, get yourself to ChatGPT. If you've answered that question more than twice, then get yourself. Problem number 2, or idea that it's broken, number 2, is shadow admin. And I'm always talking about this. So if you are the owner of your business and you get paid £150, £200 an hour to do the work that you do, because you are skilled and you are educated, and might not be educated, I don't know, but you're the expert in what you do. Admin is not paid work. It just isn't. It's something that you could either pay a VA to do for you, or it's £10 an hour work basically, when you should be getting paid £150 to £200 an hour. So every hour that you spend on admin is taking away money from the business, which is silly, because everything that you do in the business should be about return on investment, and it should be about growing the business. So how do you fix it? You need a system that chases all of the admin stuff, does all of the admin stuff for you. Systems like invoice chasing, that takes up a lot of time in business owners, and it's about getting paid. It's valuable work, needs doing, but it could be something that you could be doing more important work instead of chasing invoices. So your time is for high leverage work only. Setting systems in place, and that could be reminders, it could be follow-ups, it could be onboarding, which I'm going to do in another video, but it's putting systems in place so that you can do the work that you get paid for. Number 3 is I like this one because I've fallen for this one so many times. It is unreal. So if you're in the design space, or if any space really, to be honest, and you have a client that has either asked for a change or a finish or a material in the business, it can be anything. It could be a light switch relocation, it could be a material in a kitchen worktop, it could be, can you have my logo bigger? The problem with this is sometimes it's knowing where that communication came in, or when it came in, or how they said it. So picture this: you're in the car driving to an appointment, or pick the kids up from school or whatever. You're just in the car and the client sends you a voice note through WhatsApp. You listen to the voice note because you're driving, but by the time you've stopped the car, picked the kids up or done your appointment or whatever, that voice note is gone. It's not even on the peripheral. So you've completely forgotten about it. And 3 weeks later, the client asks about this change. You vaguely remember the change, but you don't know how they communicated it. And now the liability falls on you because they did communicate this change, but you don't know where they communicated this change or what happened. So having the fix, having the consolidated inbox in your business is a big help. Either that, so the consolidated inbox is just something where everything comes into one place, into a CRM. So that can be your WhatsApps, it can be your emails, it can be your text messages. You can put notes in there about the client if they've called. Everything's there in one place and all of the staff can see it. Another way that is free is to educate your client and just explain to them how you are communicating. So if you just want them to email you, that's fine. Let them know when you'll respond to their emails, and then that way you can track everything that comes in. But having that missed message can be really scary, especially if you're working with expensive materials and expensive like building stuff. Brain just went blank. But if you're working with expensive materials or you charge a lot per hour, it can be very expensive to your business in order to make that fix, because it falls on you as the business owner. So that was fix number 3. Number four is another one actually that I hate. It's kind of, I call it the defense mode, because it means that you've missed something. And as business owners, we're all really busy. We all know that the clients have certain expectations, and sometimes they just want to know where things are up to. And I find in the past, I've found myself really embarrassed when a client has had to chase where I'm up to on a job. So it makes it feel like you've missed something, but it also dissolves just a little bit of trust with the client. So if the client's asking what is happening in their job and asking for an update, it probably feels like failure already. And in a way, you kind of have. Wind's just picked up; it's going to blow my camera over. In a way, you kind of have. You already feel like you're on the back foot. You need to apologise because you've not updated them, and it makes you feel rushed. It makes you feel flustered, or it does me. So you want everything to be clear with the client because you want them to refer you after. You want them to be happy. It's like it's part of your job. So the fix for something like this is automated reporting. So in my business, you can do automated reporting, web traffic, inquiries that have come in, conversion rates, that kind of thing. I track pretty much everything in my business. If you don't want to do automated reporting, previously, before I started using automation systems, I would set a reminder on a Friday because I hated this. This was something that I hated. So I set a reminder on a Friday lunch just to send an update email out to each client. So this is what we've done. This is what we're doing next week. This is what I need from you in order to complete that. And generally that stops that like 9 o'clock text on a Friday night, on a Tuesday night, asking where you're up to with the job. It stops that panic. It's a lot, for example, like placing an order with Amazon. They take the money, say everything's okay, they say they've got your order, and you're waiting for that email, and that email delay can have a big impact on how you feel. So it builds anxiety, and knowing that you've paid somebody a lot of money to either do an extension or build a property, or even just like design a property, it can be quite nerve-wracking not to have that silence, because you just don't know where things are up to. You don't know what's coming next. So that's number 4. Number 5, it's a bit morbid. I won't lie. It's called the bus factor. So if you got ran over by a bus tomorrow, how would the business cope? You probably probably wouldn't care if you got run over by a bus, to be fair. Oh, there it goes. Probably wouldn't have a care in the world if you got run over by a bus tomorrow. So it'd make it a bit more optimistic. If you wanted to take a month off, you wanted to go and stay on a Caribbean island for a month because you've worked hard all year, and you just want to disconnect from the business, would the business stop? Would invoices go out? Would new inquiries come in? Would those inquiries get answered? Would projects all just stall? And if the answer is yes to that, you've not built yourself an asset, you've built yourself a job, and it's more of a freelancer, chaotic lifestyle with more overheads. So if that is the case, if you can't take any time off in your business, then I'm afraid you probably don't have a business. You have an overhead and a well-paid freelancer job. If you'd like to fix that, because I'm not saying this stuff to make you feel bad, it's just to make your life easier if you can fix them, and make you more successful, then this kind of thing will stop burnout. So doing admin, not getting paid for it, chasing invoices, things like that, you've got better things to do with your time. You could be spending time with people that you love. You could go and spending a month on a Caribbean island, I don't know. But if you've recognised anything in your business in any of these 5 points, I would invite you to an audit. Just book on to my calendar, and we can audit your business, see where the biggest bottleneck is, and see how we can fix it. Because fixing one thing will have a knock-on effect to other things within the business and free up time. So it's important to have those good foundations in place. So I'll post the link underneath. Book in, and I will chat soon. Thank you.